All right, good evening, everybody. Do a quick little nighttime flight. Actually, quick's not the right word. I'm going to run up towards Fort Worth, do a quick VOR check, and I'm going to do a down and back to Waco and back just because I haven't flown nighttime in a little over a month.
Arch 284 Victor, taxi to the ramp via Echo.
And just kind of want to reset that. And yeah, so let's grab the weather.
Arch 284 Victor, are you going to be headed straight to the hangar zone? Arch 284 Victor, Roger, continue via Alpha.
All right, so they're talking on the tower frequency and I'm on the ground, but...
Landing departing runway 18 right. Runway 18 right, path is unserviceable. Advise controller initial contact. You have information, Oscar.
Oscar?
Tower 8 is Oscar, time 2350 Zulu. 1180 at 6, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 25, 2.14, altimeter 29990. Expect visual approach, landing departing runway 18 right.
299
Cherokee 787 Bravo Romeo, Space Tower inner right, downwind runway 18 right.
0, man, that's a big change. All right, so let's do a quick autopilot check really quick. Autopilot is on, got control, and I can turn it off. Sweet. Now we'll do this, set this, build elevation right there. I'm going to go ahead and set my altitude to 2,500 because that's as far as I'm going to go for now. Actually, you know what? Let's do 3,500 for now. And we'll do 3,500 on the autopilot. So we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and put in where I want to go, which is Waco, even though I'm not going directly there yet. So we'll put that in there, be active. Go ahead and put it in the other one. My other guess here. Same reason. Waco, direct, activate. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and put in Waco's weather. 123.85, 123.5. Okay, so that's in. All right, so checklist time. Make sure we got everything. All right. Yep. So that's all good. That's final walk around's good. Flaps up. Not get a picture of the hops time. Haven't really flown in a while, so out of practice. 20. All right, so we got that now. We're good. Yep. So everything else we have. Avionics are already on. We're started. That's all looking good. Pre-taxi. See my seatbelt's on. I've got the door open still. We got the weather. Altimeters are set. Avionics are set for now. Transponder is 1200. Radios sound like they're working. We got blue over brown, 0 on the airspeed in both places. Altimeter is correct in both places. And our heading is down plus or minus 5. And we'll check the turn coordinator on the actual taxi. All right, let's get going here. Sphinx ground, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike at the Southwest Tees with Oscar ready to taxi.
Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, Sphinx ground, runway 18 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Alpha Charlie to 18 right, 3 Whiskey Mike. Let's see. All right. Turn coordinator is swinging, going opposite. Now let's check the opposite direction. Going opposite. Excellent. Yeah, so I kind of got started at the, at least for you guys, at the wrong time. I'd already taxied out of my spot because my little hangar neighbor here, I checked where they were at. I seen that they were still out. I'm like, okay, well, I need to get out of his spot pretty quickly so I don't get trapped in there, and there he goes. So, and as soon as I got started up, got the avionics turned on, I was conveniently still on the tower frequency from the last time I flew, and I heard that they had just landed. I'm like, oh snap, let me get moving here really quick. So plane's fresh out of annual, flown it one time, and that was to go from the annual to here. Wasn't really the flight I wanted to do, and that is purely because of the weather. I checked earlier in the day, and the weather looking like it was going to be kind of low clouds, but it wasn't. But it's still going to be relatively good enough for a VFR flight, and I can sneak in underneath the clouds. It wasn't going to be that big of a deal. I checked it earlier in the day, and by the time I actually got there, it was piss poor planning on my part. I definitely should have checked it again, because my plan was I wanted to do a lap or two in the pattern there before bringing it back here. And that did not work out the way I wanted it to. I got in the air, I'm like, oh, these clouds are a lot lower than what they were forecasted to be, and the field I was at before was untowered, no ASOS, no ASOS, no AWOS, so no weather. So I didn't have to get weather before I left. Poor planning on my part, because there was nearby airports I could have checked and seen the clouds were not where I wanted them to be. So I took off. I'm like, oh, clouds are not ideal for what I want to do. So instead of doing the two patterns, I stayed low enough to stay out of the clouds, but high enough so I wasn't going to hit anything.
7 Bravo Romeo, runway 18 right, clear to land.
And then I just got on with departure, and I'm like, hey, and just got a pop-up IFR clearance that just bring me home. So I hadn't flown in a month, and straight into IMC. And I don't want to call it questionably airworthy airplane because it just came out there, but yeah, that's not really what you want to do. And here I'm going in at night. Love my mechanic, he's a good guy. I trust what he does, but still one of those things you want to be safe. This is my second flight, and we'll be good. I ain't worried about anything. So I'll keep the cameras on for takeoff and the VOR check, and then I'll pick up flight following to go down to Waco. Then I'll probably turn the cameras off for a little bit. And my plan into Waco is to, assuming the weather is what is saying it's supposed to be, is I will do an ILS into runway 19 for a touch and go, and come back here. I'll probably turn the cameras off again for the en route part, and then we'll do a couple stop and go landings here so I can reset my night currency. Not that I really need to reset my night currency. I've still got 2 months left, but I don't like to take it to the very end. Currency and proficiency, totally different terms. Try to stay up on the more of the. If you stay proficient, your currency should be fine. So working on the proficiency. And nighttime flying definitely plays with your vision, as far as like depth perception for sure. Oh, I need to turn the display brightness down too. All these things are supposed to like automatically brighten and dim, but they definitely don't. My G5s, I leave whenever I fly at night. I take those out of auto. They work great auto during the day, but at nighttime they definitely don't, and they definitely do different things. So I just set them to 50% manual, and then I'll do the same thing for my GPS 1 here. My GPS 2 definitely seems like it works. As far as brightness goes. All right, go here. All right, now let's go set up, play. Oh yeah. Oh man, that is so much better. Put it on 52. That on 52 as well. All right. All right. Let us go ahead and switch fuel tanks. Mixture is in. Let's do a flight control check real quick. Left, right, good. Trim is probably good right there. All right, let's do a density altitude is about 1700 right now, so we should be good. But I do run a little lean, so I do like to lean it out. prior to takeoff. I'm barely making static RPM right now, so. There we go. All right, let's do 2000. All right, let's do left mag. 1960, back to both. Right mag. 1950, good drop. Back to both, good recovery. Carb check, we got a little drop, good recovery. Turn some lights on here. All right, our fuel is good here in both tanks. We're generating power on the alternator. Oil pressure is good, fuel pressure is good. Oil temperature is coming up. Our battery output is looking good. And our fuel flow is looking good here. Do an idle check. Turn the flashers off so I don't blind anybody. But do it just to get a load on the. So we're good there. All right, let's.
Cherokee 7 Bravo Romeo, turn right, taxiway Echo. Runway 18 right, taxi view, right. Bravo Charlie.
So switch tank. That was all good.
Turn right on Echo. We're going to do full stop taxi backs. We're going to do 2 more landings if we can.
All right, let's make sure we got everything on the checklist here.
Cherokee 7 Bravo Romeo.
Fuel tanks was good. We switched. Trim, flight controls are good. Instruments are good. Mixture was set. Primer is in and locked. We did 2,000 on the max, left and right. They both had a good drop and a good recovery. Carb heat was good. Battery was good. Fuel pressure good. Oil pressure, oil temperature, all good. Idle check was good. Friction lock is locked. Okay, we're going to do a normal takeoff, so flaps will be 0. So flaps will be up. I'll turn fuel pump on at the hold short line. Mixture is set for best power already. No carb heat will be required. Our outside air temperature is 73. It is pretty warm out here still in December. Transponder we're going to leave on 1200. And whenever I get flight following from after the VOR check, I'll change that. That'll be good. I got runway heading for a little bit. Elevation here is 700 feet. Pattern altitude is 1,700 feet. No turns prior to 400 feet off the ground, so that'd be 1,100. So no right turns prior to 1,100. I actually go up 12 before I make a turn. I don't know why. It's just something I've always did. We should be good to go. We should be off the ground before not the first tag. Well, actually, yeah. Actually, Delta is the first one here from this end. We should be off the ground by the time we get to Delta. If we have any trouble before, if we don't get off the ground before then, we probably have some issues. So we're just going to go idle, power idle, and brake, and we'll. If we make it to another taxiway and we still have a little bit of power, we'll taxi off if we can. If we make it in the air, but less than 800 feet, we still have runway in front of us, which we will at 800 feet. We're just going to go power idle, nose it back over, and land on whatever runway we have left remaining. Anything else? We're pretty much going to go straight ahead no matter what. No more than, I'll say, 20 or 30 degrees in either direction. Wind is straight down the middle, so it really shouldn't matter, but most likely we're going to make a right turn at 1,200 feet to go where we need to go. Any issues in the turn, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue that turn, and I'm going to come back. I'm not going to make it to the runway because we'll never make that turn. But since I'm already going to be halfway in the turn already, we should be able to make it back to a parallel taxiway. So my plan is to come back to this parallel taxiway. Any trouble after that, we're kind of just looking for spots. All right, that's all. I'm ready to go. Text the wife, tell her we're ready to go. All right, let's make sure the door's closed. Door's closed. Door's latched. Go ahead and turn the fuel pump on. So we're ready to go.
Cherokee 7 Bravo Romeo, squawk 1200.
Squawk 1200, 77 Bravo Romeo.
That VFR in. Speak Tower, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, holding short of 18 right at Charlie, like a northwest departure out towards Lake Benbrook, please.
Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, Spinks Tower. The Cherokee in the upwind will be a right turn to remain with me, pass behind them, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff.
Traffic in sight, pass behind him, 18 right, clear for takeoff, 3 Whiskey Mike. All right, let's get that wind correction in. It's not a big wind, but even if you put it in during the minor winds.
Cherokee 7 Bravo Romeo, runway 18 right, clear to land.
18 right, clear.
Always got it. Okay, we got 18 right on the runway, I see it. Feet to the floor. Get lined up here. All right. Smooth application of the power. Here we go. Airspeed's alive. Oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temp, all looking good. Rotate speed. Made it by the 1,000 footer, so we made it past our delta where we said we were going to, so we're good there. Everything's still looking pretty good. Runway heading for just a little bit. Holding in that right rudder. There's 1,100 feet. There's 1,200, there's our right turn. And dropped my damn pencil, so we'll fly the plane first, we'll get the pencil later. Snow's down just a little bit. Go that right rudder just a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. All right, we're above pattern altitude. The guy that we were following is pretty much on final right now, so that was not a problem. Let's let go of that right rudder just a little bit. All right, let's put in some rudder trim, actually. All right, let's see. Okay, there's my pencil, so we got that. Class B is ahead. We're not worried about that Class B. Let's get going towards the lake like I told the dude we were going to go to. All right, let's do our climb checklist. We're climbing nicely at 85. There's 1,000 feet to go, by the way, till we hit our 35. The Bravo shelf is between 4,000 and 5,000, depending on which part we're going to be at right here. It's actually 6,000 right directly above us. So we're looking good there. I'm going to turn landing light off and fuel pump off. All right, everything's looking good. Going back towards the west here a little bit. Keeping our eyes on them gauges. .600 feet.
Cherokee 7 Bravo Romeo, runway 18 right, taxi via Bravo, Charlie.
18 right via Bravo, Charlie.
And now we're outside of my guy's airspace because it goes to 3,000 feet. And we're at 32. We're coming up on 32, I should say. All right, so let's go ahead and switch this guy, get our velo going. And since we're using an airborne VOT, if it's a VOT, it doesn't matter if it's on the ground or in the air. A VOT is a VOT. So we get plus or minus 4 degrees of air. We should be from 360 and to 180. So we're looking good for. We're kind of outside of the area where it's supposed to be, so it's kind of jumping around, but not by a lot. It's actually still well within the air range. I want to do a short video on doing like VOR checks and like doing craft clearances and stuff. Oop.
Cherokee 7 Bravo Romeo, make right close traffic, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff.
All right, let's do 362 is good. Let's do 180 from. 180 from. I'm sorry, 182. And that is good. All right, VOR check is complied with. Alrighty, so let's get turned around and start going towards Waco. And then what we will do beautiful Fort Worth, by the way. I got a love-hate relationship with night flying. I love it because you can't beat the scenery. Like you just can't. Like the lights, and all that kind of good stuff, especially in a city. It's too good. I'd like to do 5,500, but let's see if get up to 4,500 right now, real quick. Let's go ahead and go direct to Waco. On both GPSs, direct, activate. If we can get to 4,500 real quick, and let's see if we can get a Bravo, because if we get to 4,500, I want to go to 5,500, because eastbound we need to be an odd number. So if we can get...
Cherokee 7 Bravo Romeo, runway 18 right, clear to land.
18 right, clear to land.
He's not even talking to us anymore, so I want to get rid of him. We're gonna be flying into a 4,000-foot shelf, so hopefully we can go and get a Bravo clearance. So right now we're underneath a 5,000-foot shelf. 300 feet to go. And after I pick up flight following, I'll turn the cameras off for a little bit. About 100 feet, Class B ahead. Yeah, I know, thank you very much. Oop, there we go. I forgot to switch my autopilot altitude, so. All right, let's see if we can pick up flight following here. Back off the throttle just a little bit, real quick. And departure, good evening, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike with a VFR request.
Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, go ahead.
Yes, sir, I'm a Cherokee PA 28180, just to the west of Fort Worth Sphinx. I'd like to see if I can pick up flight following to Waco with a return flight back to Sphinx. At 5,500, please.
Number 3 Whiskey Mike, you got it. Stand by for squawk, altimeter is 2988.
2988, Cherokee 3 Whiskey Mike.
Number 3 Whiskey Mike, squawk 5126.
5126 for Cherokee 3 Whiskey Mike, and can I go ahead and continue my climb up to 5,000 for the Bravo?
3 Whiskey Mike, your radar contact 3 miles west of Sphinx Airport at 4,500. You can climb to 5,500, cleared into the Bravo, proceed direct Waco.
Climb 5,500, cleared into the Bravo, direct Waco, Cherokee 3 Whiskey Mike. Appreciate it.
So, and you're at 4,600 now, just want to make sure?
I'm at 4,500 right now and climbing up right now. Alrighty. Let's get that climb going. This guy is not going to hold on to me for very long. As soon as we get outside the DFW area, he'll kick me off. Let's go ahead and set 5,500 on our PFD here. Set 5,500 on. Oh, not what I wanted to do. 5,500. Here's what I wanted to do. Oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temperature still in the green, looking good there. We are now inside the Bravo airspace of Dallas-Fort Worth. Man, these departure guys ain't got nobody to talk to. Let's see if he gives me 2612 next. I don't know if he will or not. That's one of the multiple Waco approach frequencies. You guys are not busy right now, and fine with me. I'm enjoying it. 54, so 100 feet to go. Got about 19 knots of wind from a more of a westerly, southwesterly area. There's 55. So we'll level off. All right, guys. We're on our way to Waco. Pick you guys up for the approach. See ya. All right, guys, welcome back. We just started our descent into Waco. I requested the ILS 19er. He's got me directly to a fix. So we're running our descent checklist now. I just switched fuel tanks. So we should be good there. Pedal test is good. Landing light on. I'm just going to go ahead and do the pre-landing takeoff, pre-landing checklist as well. Autopilot, I'm going to leave it on for a little bit. Seatbelt is good. Mixture, we're enriching as we descend. Fuel pump is back off, but I will turn the fuel pump back on as we get a little bit closer. All right, that's all we got left is fuel pump and autopilot to go. We were cruising around at 5,500. He gave me a descent. Told me to cross the fix at above 3,000. So we're 4,700 right now, and we're just doing a nice, gentle 500 foot per minute descent. Looks like we got an airplane off to the left over here. Yep, I got him in sight. And he's about 1,000 feet above us, so we're good there. I've already activated the approach. And yeah, we're looking good. I'm just doing an instrument approach, and this a practice instrument approach. This won't count towards anything because the weather is fantastic out here. You can see for what looks like days. Waco specifically, there's two airports that are pretty close together. So by doing a practice instrument approach, I'm guaranteed, as long as I follow the needles, I'm not going to go to the wrong runway. You don't want to land at the wrong airport. We've already got tower in standby, so as soon as he tells us switch over, we'll be good there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we'll KFWS. I'm going to go ahead and put my return airport back into here. So that way, whenever we're after our touch and go, I can just hit direct there. 1,000 feet to go, by the way. So in theory, we should be at Wesley in about 2 minutes. 3.5 miles. And we got 2 minutes and 12 seconds. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Right after I got my pilot's license, I took my wife and daughter on a night flight and just so we can see more of the lighting. It's not really a lot, but we actually just followed I-35, 500 feet, excuse me, 700 feet to go.
You're supposed to be going to like Waco View Wall for the Eagle 4 arrival.
I have no idea who he's talking to. But we just followed the interstate down just so we can follow the line, follow the lights down there. It'd be a nice little trek, you know, to get down there. But because of the two airports that were close by, and there's a lake at the end of runway 19, on the approach end of runway 1, I definitely got. I don't want to say I got disoriented, but I definitely got lost. 100% lost sight of the runway, couldn't find it. I'm like, oh shit, this sucks. Not a good first experience, especially first time having them at night. But that was years ago. We're looking good now, so. Trying it just a little bit more. We're looking good there. About 200 feet to go. We're coming up on Wesley in about 1 mile. We've already been cleared for the approach. Can't remember if I told you guys, if you guys were on whenever you cleared us the approach or not, but we're about to get a slight right turn, which will essentially be our final approach course. There it is, VNAV complete. There's our 3,000 feet, so let's put some more some petrol back in here. Now we're gonna, after Wesley, we can actually drop down to 2100, so we'll go down another 900 more feet, so let's go ahead and set 2100 here. So we're continuing our descent. Yep, airspace alert, got it. Thank you, pal, appreciate it.
1440 Tango Charlie, we got a departure radar contact, maintain VFR, and hold it published.
Got the runway in sight already. Pretty far out in front of us still.
1440 Tango Charlie, hold is published.
Oh, somebody's doing a hold over the, I'm assuming the VOR, so I need to keep an eye out for those guys on my departure here. All right, I'm going to turn the fuel pump on since the next fix will be our final approach fix. Fuel pump is on, yeah, and I'll just have autopilot to go. Oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temperature all still looking good. Battery still looking good. Alternator still looking good. I did switch tanks already, so fuel is looking good. We have a slight, it's more or less a headwind at this point. Slightly from the right, but more or less down the middle. Runway is 19 and the wind right now is from 210. That's actually not what the weather said it was going to be.
902. Visual approach and use. Landing and departing runway 19. Simultaneous approaches.
Charlie Alpha, there's traffic at 9 o'clock and about 4 to 5 miles northeastbound, altitude gate 2000, I verify.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
Slow down just a little bit.
Correction 7 Charlie Alpha, additional
information, Juliet.
traffic at 2 o'clock and about 3 miles currently southwestbound. Looks like they're going to be passing to the southeast of you, but altitude gate 6000.
So they got wind of 170, which is actually from the left, but my wind is telling me it's from the right. Oh. Get back up. Wind kind of pushed us. All right, there's our 2100 feet, so we'll hold this.
3 Whiskey Mike, contact tower.
Over tower, 3 Whiskey Mike, and back to you on the go, 3 Whiskey Mike.
Affirmative.
Waco Tower, good evening, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, ILS 19 for a touch and go.
Air 253, Whiskey Mike Waco Tower, runway 19 clear for the option, winds are 18, circles now 170 at 8.
19 clear for the option, Cherokee 3 Whiskey Mike. Yeah, see now I got winds 200. We're gonna hold our 2100 until we get our glide slope to come in, which right now is still pegged at the top. So we're gonna hold this, which we should get in about 5 and 3/4 miles roughly. I'm hoping my battery doesn't die on you guys. Winds are 2-5 knots. Class D ahead. Yes, thank you very much. Our true airspeed is 107. Our indicated airspeed is 102, and our ground speed is 82. So that explains the 26 now, not crosswind. He reported 170, 180. I think I'm showing 200. The runway is 19, so it's essentially plus or minus 10 degrees left or right here. So should not be bad at all. And we're going to make a right. Let's see. We'll make a right turn. Maintaining our 2100, we're looking good so far. Pull the approach chart back up. Laterally, we're still looking, we're like right on the money. Let's do like a little bit of left rudder trim. We're already on with tower. 19 opposite. S2. And honestly, I'm just going to let the autopilot bring us down. I can use my autopilot until 700 feet AGL. Right now we're 1,600 feet, so I got about 900 feet. I can let it go down to. Local glide slope is starting to come in. We're coming off the top. And we got about 1.5 miles, 1.6 miles, excuse me. Well, there's 1.5 miles to our final approach fix. Start slowing down just a little bit more because we got to be less than 100 before we do flaps, and we also need to be less than 90 for a Category A approach, so let's slow it down some. Alrighty, that's good. Slow down just a little bit more. Because ideally you want to be less than your 90 by the time you get your final approach fix. And there's 91, and you got less than a half a mile to go. A little bit more there, so we're good there. All right, there's flaps 10. We're there, let's just see. I'm really just checking to see if they'll put a little bit more gas in so we don't get too slow here. And I want to do flaps 10 because I'm going to pretend like I'm actually in the cloud still, and you're not going to put in your landing flaps until you got the runway in sight. So no pilot's off, by the way. Go ahead and nose it down because we're getting a little high. I don't think the ILS is, I'm sorry, the GPS, I've already switched tanks, so I'm good there. I did it on the descent. I don't think my autopilot's coupled for the nav radio. It does GPS approaches, and that's what I wanted to test right there, was that specifically. And I got my answer, so I'm just going to we're looking good, laterally, vertically, holding that center. I've still got 27 knot winds, supposedly, more or less straight in front of me. Let's see, our indicated airspeed is 78 and our ground speed is 55, 56. Pitch for airspeed, hour for altitude. Runway's right in front of us. We're right on the money, according to the needles. Nose down just a little bit. And this wind, according to this, is 2 mile final. Small corrections back to the left. Got the rabbit in sight. Technically, we can go all the way down to 705 feet, and we're about 1340. Glide slope, oh man, I cannot be more on the glide slope right now. Like that is, we're looking at like a perfect descent. I'm doing about 75 knots indicated. Laterally, need to come slightly to the left, like ever so slightly. Small correction. There's 1205 for 705. Then I'm going to, just so I can get my extra set of flaps in, I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, we're out. There's 1100 for 705. There's landing flaps. Nose down. We did flow just a little bit. Get a little bit of power because we're going to a little bit slow. There we go. Recapture. Good to go. We're a little low, need to fly up, but I'm just going to try to maintain right here to recapture. We're 840. Up though, I don't want to stall. Speed up just a little bit. All right. Now we can nose down. I'm actually starting to get a little warm. Bad time for that. 760 for 705. We'll say 710 just because it's a nice round number. All right, there's the runway. Out of the clouds, continuing. Nice stable approach. Airspeed is looking good. Wind says now it's 190 at 14. Right down the middle of the runway. I can't see the windsock, but nor can I really feel anything, so kind of led to believe it is down the middle.
Waco Tower, 686 Charlie Alpha, 15 miles to the north, inbound for touch and go with Juliet.
Flaps up, full power.
Air 686 Charlie Alpha, Waco Tower, make straight in runway 19er, wake altimeter 29902.
Straight in for 19er, 29902, 6 Charlie Alpha.
6 Charlie Alpha, do you plan on staying in the pattern, or you just going to touch and go and depart?
Negative, I'll be departing back northbound to executive, 6 Charlie Alpha.
6 Charlie Alpha, Roger, do you want to flight phone on the go?
Negative, 6 Charlie Alpha, thank you.
Roger. 3 Whiskey Mike, contact departure, good day.
Back to departure, 3 with my seal. In departure, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is runway heading from Waco, 1,400, climbing 4,500.
123 Christian 253 Whiskey Mike, Waco departure, radar contact, maintain VFR. Turn right on course, reset transponder, spark 5255.
Right on course and 5255 for 3 Whiskey Mike. Nose down so we don't stall in our climb, that'd be bad. That would be bad. That would be bad. All right, let's go ahead and do our climb checklist. So that'd be fuel pump off and landing light is off. Check our gauges, make sure they're good. Double check our checklist, make sure those are good. Yep, we are good to go. My plan, let's go ahead and erase this one. Yeah, delete that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do F, W, S, Binks, activate, go to the left here. I had to open up a little side window because I was getting warm. And now we're going to have about a 20 knot, 25 knot tailwind. So once we get level, we should be booking it on the way home, which will be awesome. All right, guys, we're going to continue this climb, and we'll check the battery when we get ready to come in. And if I don't see you again, thanks for coming.
Tango Charlie, Roger, how did approach terminate?
All right, welcome back, everybody. We got
Time 0200 Zulu, Sphinx Tower is terminating airport traffic control services. Plus, Gulf airspace non-effect, no traffic. The common traffic advisory frequency is 124.625. For further information, contact Lone Star Approach Control on 135.975.
That's what I was waiting for right there. It's like perfect timing to get back right when the tower was closing. Speak traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, approximately 10 to the south. Inbound, I'll be joining a right downwind for 18 right. Speak traffic. Nice. Like a new tower is going to be closing like right at 8 o'clock. So I already, right before I turned the cameras on with you guys, I was still on with the approach controllers. Knowing that I had Class Bravo airspace coming up and I was going to be pretty much descending anyways, I didn't even bother trying to get in it. I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel because the tower's closing, so I didn't have to worry about anything, them closing, killing the flight following or anything. I just went ahead and closed, canceled with those guys. And yeah, we're just going to come in here. We're going to do our stop and goes. So I'm going to do 2 of them to reset my night currency, and we'll be good to go. I've already started my descent checklist and my pre-landing checklist. let's see, fuel pump is already on, landing light is on, mixture, we're enriching as we descend. We're still at 3,500, but we're going to go ahead and descend a little bit more. We're looking good. The only thing I have left to do is kill the autopilot, which is about to come up here in just a minute. And that call that you guys just heard from the tower is them officially closing the night, and the airspace is changing from a class Delta, which is tower, to oddly enough, inside the Bravo, you think it'd be like a class E, but it's actually going to a class Golf airspace. So, all right, autopilot is off. We're going to set in our pattern altitude here of 1,700 feet. And we are going to, I'm going to set the autopilot to 1,200 just in case I need to do it. I can always hit the blue level button and climb us above 2,500 feet. And the tower guy said there was nobody in the pattern, so or anybody approaching, which is kind of true, but also kind of not true because it is me. So I'm going to activate. We've already dialed in our altimeter setting. And apparently the approach guys, because I told them tower's about to close, he's like, towers are still open as far as I know. Like, yeah, they are, but they're closing at 8 o'clock. He's like, oh, I guess we need to update our stuff. So they didn't even know when tower closed. Now, granted, they're keeping track of a boatload of towers, so. All right, we got about 5.5 miles till we get to the airfield. The airport's right here. I don't know if you can see the runway in the camera or not, but there's kind of a interstate that kind of snakes through right there. I like to be just on the west side of the interstate, and that gives us about a 1 mile pattern. We're at about coming up on 2,900, so 1,200 feet to go. Class D ahead. No, thank you, not anymore. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, about 5 to the south, entering a right downwind for 18 right, Sphinx. Alrighty. And yeah, we did not have really much of a tailwind on the way home either, by the way. It was pretty much a straight crosswind of about a 250, 260 the whole way, and yeah, it's pretty much a straight crosswind. $24 for 1,700. All right, we're back home. No one really went flying like around Christmas time to look specifically at Christmas lights. You can see some. You know what? I heard it wasn't really, from other people saying that it really wasn't that good and really worth it. But it actually doesn't look bad for some of these guys. I'll do it again next year or something. But since we do have check out altitude, we're not too low. What are you talking about, man? Oh, tell me to check altitude because we're at 2,100 and I activated a GPS approach. That's why. I'm like, even though we're not really following it, but we do have a nice little crosswind pushing us towards the runway, so we need to crab away from it, or crab into the wind and away from the runway because it's going to push us to it. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is right downwind for 18 right for a stop and go, Sphinx. And actually I said stop and go, but might not do that. We might do full stop taxi backs. Actually, I like that idea better. But I'll correct that on the next radio call. All right, there's our little. Had it almost timed out well, but we're about 200 feet too high still. But we're coming into the pattern here. Yeah, message. All right, there's our good pattern altitude here. I'll do a little pitch up trim, 1,700, there we go. We're doing 113 ground speed and 85, which is, I'm actually, feel like I'm, indicated airspeed wise, I'm going slow, which, there's our 10 flaps. There's a little hospital right here. Again, not sure if you guys can see it or not. Some blue lighting. That is about a 1 mile final roughly, so I turn like just to the north of that, just so I get a good distance for final and whatnot. I like having landmarks. Go ahead, start a turn. Space traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike is right base 18 right, and this will be a full stop taxi back for space traffic. Right. We're looking good here. Landing flaps are in. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, final 18 right, full stop, taxi back, Sphinx. I did start my turn a little bit early, that's because I have a westerly wind blowing west to east. So that's going to blow me towards the runway. We're a little high, so let's nose down, pull out some power. Airspeed's looking good, so let's kind of leave that. Actually, we're getting a little slow, so pitch down for power. Pitch for airspeed, excuse me. There's no way there's a 26 knot, 25 knot wind. I don't think it's caught up to me yet. 24 is starting to chill out. And space traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, short final 18 right, full stop and taxi back, Sphinx. I don't think I ever called final, so. Go. Just short of the 1,000 footers. Good. All right, so we're going to make Echo. Which is the next taxiway coming up. Got it. We're going to do one more of those. Sphinx traffic, Cherokee 253 Whiskey Mike, clear of 18 right. Taxiing back to 18 right via Bravo, Sphinx. That's just because it's a little bit of a shortcut. I've actually never went this direction on Bravo before, so. And what we're going to do is, if nobody's coming, we're just going to go with it, man. We're just going to fucking send it. Taxiway Delta. We want taxiway Charlie. Up. I mean, I could easily do a stop and go on the runway, which I have done before many a times, but I don't know, for whatever reason, it doesn't feel right at night. So, just full stop taxi back. Safest way. I mean, I got 6,000 feet of runway, and I was down